All right, hello and welcome. This is the Siberian, and man, has it been a minute since I really recorded anything. It has been busy. Life is busy, and that's good. But that just means I don't have time for this hobby as much. But I still do work on things when I have time, and so this is a product of that. I just wanted to give you guys an update on the Empire Total War II multiplayer side of things, and just see what's planned and what I've done so far. So we're gonna jump into a classic battle. Why don't we do a 2v2 on one of the custom maps? Quebec is a favorite. Yeah, we'll do. No, I've done it too many times. We'll do Clisau. Do late with large funds, and why don't we do Austrians versus Bavarians. Actually, we'll be the Bavarians. And I will walk you through. These are the only two factions I've fully cleaned up their rosters for. So, as you can see, there's still quite a few units. You still get a full range, usually around mid-20s infantry, number of different infantry units. And then 15 or so to 20 cavalry and 10 or so artillery. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 11, 12 in this case. And that's for a major faction. The less major factions are a little bit smaller, so you can see, compare the two, but still a decent roster. In general, though, minor factions, elite infantry will be a little more expensive, just to represent their limited capacity when it came to warfare. So I'm not going to walk us through all of what is here. It's nothing entirely, well, there's some new things that I tweaked and created my own new units to fill in what was missing, but for the most part it's stuff we've seen. So I'm just going to go ahead and fill out some rosters, and then we'll play a battle and just see how it looks. Alright, so we have just loaded into the battle on the map of Clisau here, and I just want to take a minute to talk about some of the changes. Now, this is off the top of my head, so if I miss something, which I probably will because there's lots of smaller tweaks just for balancing and stuff, then I'm sorry, but this gives you a bit of a flavor, a bit of a taste of what I'm trying to do with the multiplayer side of this mod. So with that said, the first thing you might notice if you've been playing a lot of the regular Empire 2 mod is that my unit formations are back to vanilla. That's because the large gaps between units wasn't necessary when there's no AI. So it really only helps the AI. In this case, since it's designed for multiplayer, not worrying about the AI's performance with units. Some other changes off the top. Well, obviously I've culled the unit rosters so that it is faction specific only. So, like, I mean, there's going to be some general units, but you're not going to have units that are from Africa or nations that don't have any holdings in Africa and so forth. That works great for the campaign because when you get to that region, you can recruit from there, but multiplayer, it doesn't work quite so well. Other changes is a line of sight mechanic. So all units now are hidden until they are within a certain range. All like line infantry, grenadiers, elite infantry have a pretty minimal sight range, especially in trees. But light infantry, like these sharpshooters here, or is that all I brought? 2 sharpshooters? No, I have some Jaegers as well. Light infantry will have slightly better than infantry. They also move faster, so I standardized movement speed for infantry and have a more balanced system. The previous one in vanilla was just a little haphazard, so I balanced it a little bit more. And so these skirmisher type units do have a little bit more sight, but not a ton. What are your ideal scouts are your light cavalry. So they have, I don't know if it shows on here. No, it doesn't. Light cavalry have, I think, 500 spot range on flat open ground. So they can be very handy for scouting out enemy formations, but they will not stand up in melee with even medium cavalry, and definitely not to enemy or to heavy cavalry. So cavalry now has more of its roles. I'm still working on refining cavalry. I think I'm gonna have to tweak their mass a bit because they seem to be a little bit light still. They don't have quite the satisfying impact that I'm looking for, but that's a work in progress. There's my heavy cuirassiers, who don't actually have a cuirass, so I don't know why they're called that, but well, maybe that's supposed to be one under the jacket. We'll go with that. So yeah, that's the line of sight mechanic. Now I've also implemented, you have general's bodyguards, which provide a morale boost, but then field marshal's staff does the whole thing. So the field marshals can rally retreating units. They're harder to kill. They're more efficient in combat. They are an all-around more useful unit, but you can only have one of them. So sometimes, like in this case where I'm bringing a number of militia as a smaller nation, I can put all my militia together and put my general near them, and he'll provide that local group of militia a morale boost, while the line infantry can march forward like a much more normal force, and the field marshal can hang back, because if he gets killed, it's a big morale penalty. We have some heavy mortars here from Bavaria. So yeah, I guess we'll just get started with the battle and we can see it all in action. No reason to delay. So without further ado, I'm going to kick it off. So we can only see enemy units that either run, shoot, or come in our sight lines. So I'm going to go ahead and move up some cavalry to scout, followed by light infantry. First attacking line. Militia, I'm going to stick to the tree line. That general and heavy cavalry after. I'm going to set these guys to percussive shells. So artillery is still a work in progress. I haven't figured out exactly what I want to do, if I want to reduce numbers for them or just reduce accuracy by a decent amount, because right now they're a little bit too powerful in the range and their ability to just snipe generals right off the bat. But yes, that is... Ooh, we got some movement. Some Austrians. Their riflemen are moving forward. That's another thing I've done. I've standardized all the muskets so far. I haven't messed with the rifles yet, but all the muskets will perform similarly, so it's based off the unit stats that will affect if they're elite or not. So no like OP matchlock infantry or anything like that. I'm definitely outgunned. I only have 3 cavalry. Ooh, and one's already taken some losses. I may hide that one and withdraw this one as well. You can tell if a unit has been spotted if it doesn't have a little forest symbol like that, those ones do, then it has been spotted. I'm gonna go ahead and run them so that they don't get... Yikes. So we got a lot of enemy cavalry and we're outgunned with artillery. So this is actually not a good spot for my troops. I'm gonna see if I can yeah, so this is kind of a scary spot to be in. I'm gonna withdraw these guys to trees. Maybe that will help them be hidden. My allied Bavarians are moving forward. The second Austrian is over there. So in a straight up fight, Austrians probably have the advantage, just because they're a much bigger empire. But a well-generaled Bavarian can definitely turn that tide. So I think those guys are far enough back that they're safe. Alright, we're gonna try a little bit of an advance here. Infantry to the tree line. Wonder if... yeah, these guys are hidden again. They may be able to skirt along the edge here and surprise charge. Oh, they're getting their hussars to screen. Let's put it right there. Go ahead and run into place. So infantry do not have the ability to place stakes, but engineers, who are their own unit type, can place stakes. Alright, so here we go. The new cohesion mechanics and smoke, and effects in general. So with the new cohesion mechanics, you'll go from excellent to good really fast, and there will be a significant drop in accuracy. So your first volley is easily the most effective. After that, your volleys become less effective, but they still do some damage. But units will generally recover fairly quickly too. So we're down to standard already, right? Where it's not doing nothing, but it is definitely not its peak effectiveness. Now, I am worried about these units. Those cavalry there make a run on my artillery. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna try and move up to this town here. I'm gonna move militia first. And what the heck, we're gonna send our hussars facing after that artillery. Put our general up with our militia so that they don't break right away. They have some hussars there as well. Alright, we're gonna have to start targeting that large mass of enemy troops. So I've also messed with the sound settings, so it should not have quite the same issue with sounds causing crashes, because now it preloads all the sounds that we'll use before the battle. Alright, this is a good start. Like, their cavalry is getting shot down by our ally. Although they're gonna get hit in the flank here once those troops come up, so. As you can see, at long range and with poor cohesion, I'm assuming, or at least good and less, accuracy is pretty low, so only lost a few troops. But if you can march up under taking those losses and then do a closer range volley. Alright, we got that artillery. Get out of there. No, those guys are toast. Sorry, guys. But like I was saying, if you can get up close and offer a return volley with good cohesion, as long as you guys don't break as they're marching, it can be very devastating. I'm going to go ahead and go like this. We're gonna take one less. Now, sounds will sometimes cut out. That's to prevent crashes due to sound lag and all that, which I think is fine. On the replay, you can put it back to however you want your epic cinematic replays. You're welcome to them. Alright. Yeah, close range volley will drop a number. Although, we might not be able to get it off in time in this case. My hussars are toast. Or those are my light cavalry. That's okay though, they accomplished their mission to silence the volley. That unit will likely break. Their cohesion is good, so they could do a pretty devastating return volley, but alright, looks like my ally is taken over this flank. They're just gonna go for it. When it comes to the Austrians here, they're just, that's the thing about the AI is they love their little bayonet charges, so we'll let them go in. Melees now are different in that units all have their lowest value for melee defense. So melees will be bloody affairs, and hopefully briefer, but can be very effective in causing a mass break. Alright, what artillery are we dealing with? 12-pounder, 18 pounder. Let's focus on the 18-pounder. Solid shot. Oh. Deal with the drummers. These militia are threatened by some cav. It's not good. Meanwhile, we have a bloody battle going on here. Some foreign troops and Austrian militia and Bavarian militia. Looks like we're winning, but that's a bloody spot. Our life regiment is taking some decent casualties. Go ahead and reshift these guys. Shifting will be useful in that it lets your troops recover some cohesion. Ooh. So this is where I would love a cavalry charge to do more, but it is what it is. They already had chaos cohesion, so not entirely their fault that it wasn't a very effective charge, but alright. Gotta start lining up. Meet the enemy's assault from this flank. Alright, fall back. Yep. Let's get some infantry nearby. You shoot on those guys. Oh, one of our militia broke. Ooh, they got some grenadiers. Grenadiers will excel at melee. They're expensive and have less troops overall. It's a general way with elite troops. Guys right in front of you, why not? Right there. There you go. They're standard. Alright, looks like we're getting a good break right here. Hang on. Field marshal. Ooh. What do we got here? The general's bodyguard got ambushed by some hussars. bring up these guys. Shoot. There you go. Alright, this looks like a good target. Get rid of that heavy horse guard artillery. And if you notice lag, that is a possibility. Ooh, they were guarding it with some dragoons. Yep, withdraw. Withdraw, it's not gonna work. Lag is probably because I'm on a laptop running OBS and this game. So, I haven't done full stress tests yet, so that will come. But I think it's not too bad. Alright, this guy can withdraw into this little village. Ooh, good job. Our general managed to break the hussars. Got our heavy cav there. Did kind of move all our reserves in that flank. Maybe I'll make these guys reserves. And withdraw everybody into the tree line. Oh, this is another unit that broke, that militia, so I'll make it a reserve. Let's see if we cannot catch them when they're crossing. Oh, yeah. Go like this for now. Some light. These guys are gonna get destroyed. So dragoons are medium cav, so they kind of an all-rounder. They can scout, but they won't last as long in melee. They are good against cavalry, but not excelling at it. So they're very useful, cost-effective. You guys withdraw. I forgot to even up the withdrawals. Oh, got this guy. Probably broke and came back. So let's see if he can scooch out of there without getting destroyed. Everybody else is firing at will. Stuff. Alright, we broke their dragoons. I think I'm gonna ignore the Pandors. That. Need to stem this Austrian tide. Alright, breaking that. Let's go ahead and advance. Once these guys shuffle around the town, I'll spring the trap with these heavy cav. Once again, this is with just the AI, so it's not the smartest of them. The smartest of yeah, and as you can tell, the smoke really isn't that taxing. And I think it looks pretty fantastic, if I do say so myself. I think it's a good blend. Alright, we're causing some good routing. Once again, getting closer will help. Not only does it make units route... I can't deal with these guys. Dropping a few of my close. Wavering. There we go. Now, spring the trap. You guys. Charge. Riflemen. And then the lifeguard run. Oh, and they are trying to withdraw. Sharpshooters break. Alright. Wheel these guys. Alright, got those guards. I think we've just cleaned up this Austrian flank. Alright, I'm gonna start sending more this way. What are we doing over here? Hanging in there. Let's go ahead and advance some troops. Can't support this guy here. Gap is a little concerning, but I think if we can there. Alright. We'll have my general just still help these guys not reform, and heavy cav. Oh, wrong one. Oh, I forgot about these guys. Withdraw. Guys could reform. Make those ones break. I think we'll be able to take care of this. Let's keep the remaining troops there. Sorry, I totally got caught up in the battle. And I'm not explaining the mod very well, but I think that's a good sign, right? That means it's challenging enough, even just with AI. Alright, we are definitely turning the tide here. Oh, wow, there's actually a decent number of troops still this way. I'm actually gonna pull back. Let's go like this, actually. I'll send this one over. What are you guys shooting at? Fire. As you will. Alright, let's get rid of this field marshal. Shoot him. There we go. Time. Got troops coming in. Oops, that was that abrupt movement. I'm actually gonna have my guys hold fire for a little bit, and then we're gonna march forward and deliver some devastating fire. Alright, our cohesion is good. Probably because we just spent some time marching, so I'll let them. So your troops will recover cohesion slowly as they march and very quickly as they stand idle. So I'll let these guys cross. Try and catch them in the water. The water will slow troops down, but not to the ridiculous degree it was before. Fire. Still got excellent cohesion. Let's let you guys reload. See if we cannot deal a death blow. Alright, charge them in. 6 bayonets. Followed by your reserves. Driving them into the river. There's a little gap that we could shoot through there. If we put those guys maybe like this. So this is a good example of your elite troops marching speed versus your militia. The militia definitely marches slower than your elites. Are these guys still terrible? Let's see if we can break those. Oh, I forgot I pulled these guys back as a reserve. Oh man, we are flush. We are flush with troops. Man, I don't know why that was so hard to say. Ooh. We have a lot of enemies right here. Alright. Advancing up. Looks like we've broken the spirit of the troops there. Shift. We just had the last of the Austrians, I think, here. Pretty good battle, even though it's just AI. We have militia. Ooh, guard grenadiers. These could be dangerous. Austrian guard grenadiers. And foot guards. The Saxons have extra troops. They're large. Like cavalry. take a while for you to recover, so we're gonna plop you stationary there for a little bit. Austrian line infantry come back, so guys. But the battle is turning decisively in our favor. More rallying troops over there. Let's see what this light cavalry can do. Although it may not be the most effective at charging, it will further push that cohesion to terrible while my troops can advance, regain a little cohesion. I can withdraw the cav, maybe get some good volleys. Field Marshal's staff is still there. I think it's safe to bring mine up now. I don't think their artillery is a threat anymore. Oh, you guys are making your way to flank this. Stepping action here. These guys. Oh, their cohesion is still pretty bad. But it'll just match the other guys. More troops. Forward. Like have. Again, not. Got these guys again. Terrible bad. Well, it's less than ideal, but. Charging across the swamp will do you for you. Wavering. Alright. Now is the time. Them. There you go. Alright. They've done it. Draw the cavalry. Fill in the gap. Nice. That was a successful little operation. Oh. Saxon troop not destroyed. Check out those guard grenadiers. Militia. Cohesion. Let's get them in. Engineers. They can throw grenades. Threat that way. back up. Oh, these guys did it. Alright. We got 39. Terrible cohesion, but they should recover quick. Heavy Cav recovers extra fast on their cohesion. Well trained. So do other elite infantry. Well, just elite units in general. Ugh. Field marshals rallying their troops. We need to take him out. In fact, let's see if we can't hit him with some explosive shells. Shoot him. Oh, broke. All right. Can't get this charge grenadier to break with a charge. Guys aren't in the greatest of condition. Oh, but their charge breaks him. Very nice. Alright, we gotta cross this river. Rivers do slow you down. Otherwise, they're just a useless tactical feature. Alright, last couple. Reduce the amount that rivers slow you down, but they will always slow a unit. Yeah, and I haven't messed with the artillery settings for the shrapnel shot, but ooh, nice. And with that, I think we've won the battle. There you go, guys. This is what a battle can look like. This is just AI, of course, so it's going to be a little extra not smart. But this is a 2v2 with OBS running on a custom map, and it ran pretty well, and yeah. So I'm excited for releasing this. I'm going to finish up, I think, Britain, and then one other faction, and then I will release a beta. So if you're on the Discord for Empire Total War 2, there's a server advertising channel, and if you go to the multiplayer server advertised there, you'll be able to access the beta where you can test out these changes. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this. Oh, let's get a look at the end screen. Yeah, so it's 775, almost 76,000 troops, or 7,600 troops rather. Lost about 4,000 and a bit. So pretty heavy losses. Even I lost a decent amount there. Oh no, yeah, this must be me. But the Austrians definitely suffered far heavier losses. The light cavalry got a lot of kills, probably mopping up some units. Same with the general's bodyguard. Followed by sharpshooters. Militia did well. Very impressive. Gained 2 experience points, so those will help a lot. And yeah. Anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed this, and stay tuned. I'll try and post at least once a month. Can't promise though, as life is busy. But without further ado, have a good one, guys, and I'll see you on the next one. Until then, bye.